I'm Christian McGowan. I am a graduate of the University of North Texas in visual arts, drawing and painting. I have been doing so since I can remember. I'm doing this pretty much all my life, ever since I could pick up a pen and draw. I would get into trouble actually because I wouldn't do anything else but draw in class. Like they say, it's story time or it's time to go outside. It's like, no, I'm comfortable just sitting in one spot and drawing birds or whatever. And I actually moved around when I was younger, so there was no basis, I guess, to get where I was coming from to my environment. There was always one constant, and it was always animals. It's like animals are everywhere. Books about them are everywhere. I can learn about them from movies and stuff. I was born in Washington, Spokane, Washington, in about 1991. And I remember it just being really dark and snowy and cold. And we had maybe a dog or a cat. But the most constant thing I had was books, picture books, and nature shows. And then when I was about 5, I moved down to Weslaco, Texas. That's around the border, I guess. And this was an account for my dad's work. He's a doctor. So wherever there was work, he moved around and looked for it. And then moved to Denison at about, what, Joe? 96? Yeah, and then we made a visit actually to New Zealand in about 2007 to 2009. And it was a dream come true for me. It was all these birds, all these like exotic things that I would have never dreamed of seeing ever. They were just in their own little ecosystem. It was awesome. I loved it. I'm just doing it because I love doing it. If I'm not working on something, I get just kind of anxious, and it's like I need to be working on something. I need to be drawing something. I need to be telling people a story that they'll remember or something.
The idea hits you.
Yeah, especially like once an idea sets, it's like, well, I need a pen and paper immediately. I'm always just thinking. That is actually an inspiration from my grandmother's cooking. I recently found a cookbook that had a lot of good pictures, but I thought it would be really cool if I illustrated them for myself. And my grandmother makes a lot of strawberry-themed foods. So I painted those 3 strawberries, and now she has the original painting hanging up on her wall. And it's just the story of how well of a cook she is and how much of her work inspires me in my work.